Hello, welcome to this video. This video, we're going to be going through all of our ships. We're going to be repackaging them, putting them in a folder, cleaning this up so this folder's empty, and then we're going to start fitting ships from scratch, right? So we're basically what we're going to do is just go through the ship tree here, go through all the different types of ships, and try to get some different types of fittings for these ships fit out. So we're going to buy them, pilot them, see what they come equipped with, and then we're going to work our way up to the other ships, right? So we're going to start with the Corvette, and then we're going to work up to the frigates, and then maybe work up to the destroyers, and then eventually work up to the cruisers. So we're just going to buy these ships, fit them out, and try to figure out what skills do we need to improve all of these ships. So the first thing we want to do, like if you want to follow along, you can even follow along with this video, I think. We're in the Jeddah main trade hub. So wherever you are, you can just fly, try to find a Jeddah 4, Moon 4, Caldari Navy assembly plant. This would be the main trade hub, say your destination here. And this would just be the best place to buy anything on the marketplace. Pretty much if you're just looking to build ships, figure everything out, learn all the different types of modules and weapons and everything for your ships, the best place would be to do it in Jeddah. This is just so that we can have the option to buy everything. Because when we were over in the Amara station, there was like some modules we couldn't even buy at that station. Same with over in the Minotaur place, like the station containers, they cost like $1 million over there. And over here, they're like 330,000. So you'll just find more items at a cheaper price here, and there won't be as high of a chance of you not being able to find what you're looking for. So something we need to buy to organize our ships, to get rid of them, to organize our ship hangar, would be to buy some station containers. So if we open up the regional market here, right? Open up the regional market, go down to the structures tab, to deployable structures, cargo containers, and then station containers. And we could get station containers. These could hold like 1 million M3, or we could get station vault containers, which hold 10 million M3, or we get station vault containers, which hold 100 million M3. So there is a price difference, right? The first ones that hold 1 million, they cost like 30,000 to get them. Usually we just stick with the station vault containers. These ones cost like 330,000. They hold 10 million. I think that's plenty of space. And these final ones that hold 100 million, they cost like 2.5 million to buy each container. So if you're buying like 10 of these, that would cost you like 25 million, right? If you're buying 10 of these, this would just cost you like 3.3 million. So it's definitely a lot more cost efficient buying these two, especially if you're buying a bunch of them. So if you don't have these yet, all you do is just go here, right click, and then buy it. And you could buy a bunch of them to organize your inventory like we did before, right? So we have this station vault container. We would right click it, assemble it. And then when it's assembled, we could right click, we can set the name, then we can set the name to anything that we want, right? So we got this station container here, rename it to ships. And we just want to throw ships in here. So if we go here, we can go to our ship hangar. We can see our ships. So the ones without numbers beside them, we need to repackage them. So it just makes them easier to store. It's easier to store, and they can stack, right? Stack everything, and then they stack together. Because when you assemble these ships, right? If we show information about this ship, so volume is 52,000 M3, but if it's packaged, it's 5,000 M3. So if we were to throw this into the station container, right? Throw this into the ship's container, you could not put a type of item destroyer in the car container. So we have to assemble it before putting it in there anyways. What we're trying to say, this takes up 52,000 M3 of space. But if it's repackaged, if we go here, repackage the ship, now it just takes 5,000 M3, and it's easier to store, right? So we can throw it in the ship container. And now the ship just takes 5,000 M3, and we can store them in here. So that's what we do. All these ones that are here, that are repackaged, we can just drag them to the ships folder. Drag these ones in here. And we might even have to repackage that ship, right? So these ships, they have rigs on them. These ships have rigs on them, so we're just gonna leave them here, right? We're not gonna bother repackaging them, because if you repackage them, then you lose the rigs that they're wearing. You lose these rigs here. And these ones are actually cost like 900k, right? If you work in details. So these rigs cost us like 900k. I think we got like 300 of them. So you almost have like $3 billion in just rigs. 9, 18, 27, 2.7 billion, something like that. So you have like $2.7 billion in rigs if we were to repackage it. I guess we have to pilot a different ship. So let's go to this other ship that has rigs as well. But if we were to repackage this, or you should want to repackage this item, say repackaging the ship has fitted rigs to it, they'll be lost if you do this, and they'll be destroyed, and you just don't get them, right? So here's our other ship. This one also has rigs, right? And it has some modules here. So I think we spent a whole bunch of time fitting it out and everything. These rigs are a bit cheaper. These rigs are only like 40,000 or something, 125,000, right? So we show information, check to see how much these rigs are, right? 45,000. And this one's just 87,000. So we built this ship a lot cheaper, that's for sure. So I wonder if we should just repackage them, right? We're just losing like, what, 3 billion or something? That makes sense. Just to make everything clean. Just to make everything clean for the video, right? Start from absolutely scratch. So I guess we're destroying like 3 billion in rigs. So here's like the frigate that they give you. I think maybe they give you to you as a daily reward, or they give it to you in that crate when you spend $60 for that 1 month membership. So what we're gonna do is just right click this ship. We're going to leave the ship. And we're just gonna go here and repackage everything. And we'll just repackage it. Yeah, it says there's a contract for it. So if you insured the ship, the contract would be void. You're unable to repackage the requested items. Wonder why that is. Maybe it's because we were inside it or something. So let's just try repackaging these two. Unable to repackage them. We have to repackage them one at a time, maybe. So let's repackage this ship. So it says it has rigs equipped. If we repackage it, the rigs will be destroyed. And all the modules that it was wearing would be sent to our inventory, right? So we'll just do that. Repackage those. Throw these in the ship's hangar. Stack everything. And then these are just all of our old ships from our ship hangar that we had. So our ship hangar is completely empty, right? So if we go to the item hangar, maybe we could clean this up a bit, right? So we just go to the inventory here. Go to inventory, clean this up, right? So we just select everything except for the station containers, right click, repackage everything. So this would be like the modules that were unequipped from our ships. So we could stack everything. And then we could just throw it inside the right folder here, right? Mid slots. We could throw the high slot items in the high slot folder. Throw the low slot items in the low slot folder. And then we might even rename these folders here. We're not 100% sure yet. But for now, right, we can just throw everything in the low slots, everything in the medium slots. And then just keep everything organized here. Yeah, we're actually just about done, so we'll just finish recording this, right? We got the medium slot, we just got a few more things to throw here. High slot. We got the low slot. So that's pretty much it. These are like ammunition up there, right? So I also have to look at drones and everything, so I think these are all ammunition. So that our inventory is cleaned up, right? We just can't throw this inside a container, right? Yeah, we just can't throw the mobile track unit there. So our inventory is clean if we don't have anything in the inventory, right? We just got our station containers. We'll keep everything in these folders for right now. So we got a empty ship hangar, right? We don't have any ships. Got an empty inventory hangar. We don't have anything in the inventory. So now we can start building the ships from scratch, right? So if we're in our capsule here, right? There isn't actually any mastery tabs. There's nothing to base it on. But when you look later at these ships, we'll see that these are actually improved by our stats when you hover over them, right? Attribute value is modified by shield management skill. This is a value modified by shield operation. So if we go to like our skills tree, then we just have it on the right. So if we have our skills tree here, right, we pretty much hover over something onto our ship and see what skill do we need, right? If we want to improve any aspect of the ship, max velocity. So we just need to get the skill navigation, right? So it'd be the navigation tab. 5% bonus to subwarp ship velocity per level. So if we want to increase this, we would just increase our navigation skill. We want to look at that right now, right? So we'll just close the skills window. Close this. Here's our here's our capsule, right? This is the ship we would be in. Let's just go look at the ship tree. We'll just start with Caldari. We'll start with Caldari just because that's the one that we actually had something set up for already. If you go to the ship tree, go to the Caldari ship tree, we could go hover over here to see what they do, right? It says that they specialize in shields, they use missile weapons and hybrid turrets, and ECM weapon disruption. So favors missiles and hybrid turrets, and then prioritize shields over speed. So here's the capsule here, right? There's the capsules. There's the base stats of it. So we could get into the shuttle, maybe, right? I guess the shuttle would be the first ship to get into. Here it'd be the base stats of the shuttle. So if we were to look here, right? Reduction effectiveness of travel for jump, immune to introduction spear launcher, warp disruption field generator, mobile small, large warp disruptor. So it looks like maybe this ship can't be warp disrupted, right? So maybe there's a pretty hard ship to stop if you're trying to just travel between places. So just go here, view market details. We can buy the Caldari shuttle, right? So how much is it going to cost? Caldari shuttle will just cost 50,000, right? So if you're to buy that 50,000, since we already have one, you just go to ships. We just bring one of the Caldari shuttles out, right? Bring it to the ship hangar, and we just assemble it, and we can just start flying this ship here. So this would be the very first ship we got then, right? So we have the Caldari shuttle. So that's the first ship. So now, if we show information about it, right, these things would turn green. These things would turn green because now that we're piloting it, it would be modified by our stats, right? So if we show information, now these values have been increased a little bit. So when we go look at the skills later, we'll see if we can increase some skills to increase these base stats. But the first thing we wanted to look at was like the fitting. We wanted to look at the weapons of them, which on the shuttle, you can't actually fit anything. So we don't have to worry about that part on this ship just yet. And I don't think we're going to worry about the base stats until we actually look at some modules for the ship. But what we wanted to look at was just over here, right? If we show information about the ship, we go to the Masteries tab. We go to the Masteries tab over here. I don't want it to be locked into there. If we go to the Masteries tab and click here, we can see if we have the level 1 Mastery certificate, right? Go to ship tree. It says that we have the level 1 Mastery certificate, as we see the 1 down there, right? Armor reinforcement 2. So they give you these skills as soon as you start the game. So let's say we have the level 1 Mastery certificate for this ship. If we want to get the level 2 Mastery certificate, we just have to go here and see what we need, right? So if we need something, you might have a trade already. If you don't, looks like it'll just take like 25 minutes for us to trade it. So it says armor reinforcement, we have everything trade there. Navigation support, we have everything trade there. Shield resource management, so it looks like we need to get shield operation 2. And then it looks like we have the mastery for this ship. So let's just open up the skill tree here, right? Bring this ship over here. And if we wanted to, we could just drag this over here. So we can actually use the battle cruiser, right? So let's just look at this quick, right? So what we were trading into while we're doing this is we're trading into the battle cruisers for each of the factions, right? We already trade all the other ship skills just so that we would just so that we would be able to fly all the different types of ships, right? So we got the Galante frigate level 3, we got the destroyer level 3, we got the cruiser level 3, and the battle cruiser level 3, and the battleship. We just need to get spaceship command up to level 4, and then we'll actually be able to learn the battleship skill for like all the different factions, right? So you'll be able to fly the battleship for all the different factions in the pretty near future. I mean, the same thing for Caldari, right? Caldari Frigate 3, Caldari Destroyer 3, Caldari Cruiser 3. So we're just working on that one right now, Caldari Cruiser 3, to unlock the Battle Cruiser. Then we actually have to like level the Battle Cruiser to level like a 3 if we want to. Maybe we'll just level it to a 2 or something, right? That's going to take like 22 hours. It's going to take like 1 day. So we're not remapped to Perception and Willpower, remapped to Int and Memory. So we'd have to think about trading that, or we could just spend skill points on them mostly, right? We could trade them and spend skill points on them. I guess we'll just leave level 1 right now, right? We're not going to be using battle cruisers for a little bit. We got other core skills that we need to trade up first. We're gonna be adding more skills up here. So we'll say we're learning how to fly the battle cruisers, right? We got the Armada Frigate 3, Destroyer 3, Cruiser 3. Then we just unlock the ability to fly the battle cruiser. Then for the Minotaur, we got the Frigate, Destroyer, Cruiser level 3. And then we just unlock the ability to fly the battle cruiser. Then it looks like maybe we might trade it up to level 3 in the near future to just unlock the battleships for each faction. So that's what our ship skills we're looking at, right? And then those ones. So we'll just close this here. And we'll look at this ship. And we'll just actually put this back on the right here, over here. So if we have this ship, if we go to the Mastery Certificate level 2, and if we were to drag a shield operation at level 2 over here, let's just get the level 2 Mastery Certificate, right? Get the level 2 Mastery Certificate, 25 minutes. And if we wanted to, we go to level 3, right? We get the level 3 Mastery Certificate. So these would also like help all of the Caldari ships. Pretty much these skills should help all of your Caldari ships. That's what the basics of this is. Before we even look at any weapons or modules or anything like that, we just go right here, and this will be your core like defense ship skills for your ship before any combat or anything. So navigation 4, right? 5% bonus to subwarp ship velocity per level. Since it says we're just going to get the level 3 certificate in 1 day and 3 hours, I think we might as well just trade this, right? We'll just get this out of the way. Throw navigation 4 up here, so that would increase our movement speed, right? Warp drive operation 3, 10% reduction in capacity of initiating warp per skill level. If we just throw this up here, then that would be trade. And it looks like we just need some shield skills, right? Shield operation level 3, 3 hours, 4 minutes. So we'll just throw this up here. And then we got shield management level 3, 5% bonus to shield capacity per level. And then we just throw this up here, right? So that's going to take 9 hours. And by the time that's trade, so it'll just take 1 full day to trade that, 1 full day to trade that. Then if we decide we want these later, we can throw them up on top. But for now, we'll just keep it like that. So we can also look at the like level 4 Mastery Certificate if we want. That actually takes like 8 days. That's it. 8 days, 17 hours, a little bit over a week. And then the level 5 Mastery Certificate, 44 days. So this will just take 1.5 months to trade that. That's it. 1.5 months. And then we'd be a master of flying this ship. So I would just like pretty much master your defensive, right? So it says we like mechanics 5, hull upgrades 5. This is when stuff starts to actually take a while to trade, right? So considering level 3, we're able to trade these like 15 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 9 hours. We don't have any problem trading it if it's like less than a day, maybe less than 2 days, right? Mechanics 4, hull upgrades 4. So since we already traded that mostly, normally it's like 1 day, 17 hours, I think. Maybe it's a bit faster since we remapped because it is a intelligence and memory skill, right? So with our remap plus our implants, we're trading these skills faster than usual. able to do that. Hall upgrades 4. This is required for the level 4 certificate, right? So let's drag this before the battle cruiser up there. And that'll be trained. And then this part of the certificate will be complete. Navigation support. So navigation 5. That's going to take like 4 days to trade, right? So what we can do is trade most of the certificate up to that point, and then maybe come back later and upgrade it. Warp drive operation 4, 10% reduction in capacity need. So it takes less than a day, right? So we can just throw this up here, and then decide if we want to trade it at some point. Add evasive maneuvering, 5% improved ship agility, 1 day and 7 hours. So we just throw this on there. So it looks like that's going to be the longest skill, but it's just 1 day, 7 hours. It's less than 2 days, right? And if we go to shield reinforcements, right? Shield operation 4, 17 hours. So maybe we'll throw this on here too. And then shield management 4, 5% shield recharge capacity for level 2 days and 5 hours. So maybe we'll just throw that on there for now. Wonder if we should just throw navigation 4 days, 7 hours. Just because it's on there, right? So same with all these skills here. Getting the level 4 mastery certificate. We have all of those ones on here. Should we just go to the other corvettes now? Or the other shuttles? I guess we don't go to the corvettes yet, right? We'll look at these. Then later, we'll look at getting the level 5 mastery certificate, right? CAG's 5, 3.5 days, 7 days to get that. Navigation support. So all it is just leveling these skills up to level 5. Let's just take navigation off, like 3 days, 16 hours. It's not showing the right time, right? Because navigation's actually like 3 days, right? 4 days, 7 hours. 3 days, 16 hours. So it's actually going to be quicker than that. Going to be quicker than that because it's not showing the real times for some reason. It's not showing the real times for some reason. So we'll just take that. Anything that's a level 5, any level 5 skills, we'll take off. We'll just try to get everything up to level 4 right now, right? We'll try to get stuff up to level 4 at the moment. So we'll just say that's pretty much everything except for navigation 5 towards getting that. So we got the core ship skills for Caldari, right? Core ships would be maybe mechanics, hull upgrades, and then navigation to get some extra movement speed to help us move around better. And shield operation to help our shield systems a lot better. So we have those. We'll throw those on there. And the first ship that we have figured out is the Caldari shuttle, right? So there's our first ship. So let's just go to the ship tree, right? Go here, go to Abar, baby. Since we're not doing corvettes, we'll just go here, right? So let's look at the Abar shuttle, right? View market details, and then we can buy one for like 30,000 from the station. So since we already have one, we'll just throw it over there, right? We already have a Abar shuttle over here. So you just take this up here. Wait a minute. Take it up, throw it to the ship hangar, right? Throw it to the ship hangar, assemble it. Then we can fly this ship. And then we can right click and show information about it. And we can just check the mastery for this ship, right? So we have the level 1 mastery, level 2 mastery. Take like 18 minutes to trade it. Which is a shield operation level 2. Take 1 day, 3 hours. So it's the exact same skills, right? So as we're getting the mastery for the Caldari shuttle, we're also getting it for the Abar shuttle by the looks of it, right? So it looks like it's the same skills. If we go here, 8 days, 17 hours, so it is, right? Navigation 5. That is 44 days. That's just getting the level 4 skills, right? So we can hold out on that. Work towards getting this. It looks like that's working towards this. So I guess maybe we learned about the armor skills once we actually get into the combat ship. So we're getting towards level 4 mastery for that mostly, except for that. So let's just go check out the other ones, right? Go here. We go to the Galante shuttle, right? We go view market details. Then we just buy one of these. These are like 30,000. I don't think we had one, so we'll just buy one. And then we just assemble it, then fly it. Then we can see information about this ship, which is probably the same thing, right? 1 day, 3 hours, 8 days, 17 hours. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. So all these ships, they're have like all the same stats. We looked into it. Maybe their armor is a bit different or something. Like their resistances. Maybe their resistances are a little bit better. But if you're just fighting another player, he's gonna blow you up like one hit anyways. So we got this one set up. Show information. 16 minutes. Yeah, 1 day, 3 hours. So every single shuttle has the same mastery. So we got that set up then. Attributes, fittings, we can't fit anything. We know these skills would improve the ship. So should we look at those? Because I think it's going to be the same for all of the ships. So we looked at the ship mastery, right? So let's just pilot this ship. We can pilot any of these shuttles here. Then show information about it. And then we could open up the skill tree here, right? Open up the skill tree here. Put it on the right hand side, right? Just click here, full screen, dock left, dock right, or floating. We docked it to the right. And then we could just look at the fitting here, maybe, right? CPU. So we just go to the fitting tab, CPU. Attributes modified. Attribute is modified. These are actually at the engineering tree, right? CPU add power grid. So if we want to increase our total CPU amount, we'd want to get this CPU management. So if it's not level 4, I guess we'd want to get level 4, but it says it's going to take 3 days to train it. And if we want to upgrade power grid management, it's actually power grid management, 5% bonus to the power grid output. So we already have those up to level 4, right? We have them to level 4. We can upgrade them to level 5 later if we want. Then let's just look at the other attributes of just the ship, right? Structure hit points says it's modified by the skill of mechanics. So I think that's in the armor tab. So if we go to the armor tab, we go to mechanics. And if we don't have mechanics level 4, then we might as well just trade mechanics up to level 4. So considering it's already level 4, we can just leave it there. Then we go to inertia modifier, right? Or actually, this one, right? Hull upgrades. Hull upgrades is the same tree. 5% bonus to armored hit points. So this attribute's affected by hull upgrades, right? So armor is improved by getting a higher hull upgrades. So we're just going to get this up to level 4, right? We already have it on the tree somewhere, right? Hull upgrades. 4 is trading right there. So we just get hull upgrades up to level 4. And then up here, the inertia modifier, right? Evasive maneuvering plus spaceship command. So let's just look at the spaceship command skill, right? Spaceship command. If we get up to level 4, that's alright. So let's just drag this before the battle cruiser, right? Spaceship command. So we just get that up to level 4. We get level 5 later then. And then it was like evasive maneuvering, right? Evasive maneuvering also affects this attribute. So if we just wanted to affect the core ship skills, that pretty much should affect like all of the ships, I would think. Pretty much just affects all of them by giving them a little bit extra stats to their core everything. Evasive maneuvering might be the navigation tab, right? Evasive maneuvering. So it looks like told us to trade it up to level 4 already to get the mastery, right? So if we don't have evasive maneuvering level 4, just throw that up there. Evasive maneuvering is right up here, right? Evasive maneuvering level 4. And then we go down here, check out the shield capacity, right? Shield management. So let's just go to the shields tree. Shield management. So it looks like we're getting that up to level 4, right? Shield management going up to level 4. Yeah, right there. So that'll take like 2 days to trade it. That's actually not too bad. Shield operation 4, so that's improved by that. Shield recharge time modified by shield operation, right? Looks like shield operation level 4. We're already getting shield operation level 4. So that's taken care of. If we go to capacitor capacity skill, Capacitator management. So I think this is engineering, right? Capacitator management. 5% bonus to capacitator capacity per level. So maybe we want to get this thing, right? I think it's intelligence and memory. Alright. Capacitator management. So if we wanted to, we could throw this on the skill tree, right? That'll take like 1 day and 21 hours as well. So we can get capacitor management up to 4. And then, what, capacitor recharge time? Capacitor systems operation. So is that right here? 5% reduction in capacitor recharge time per level. So you can also throw this on here, right? Capacitor systems, bring it up to level 4. So that's what this does. Add maximum targeting range, right? Skill, long range targeting. So we go to the targeting tab here, and we can look for long range targeting. And if we want to increase how far away we can lock on enemies from, we could just level up this ability. 5% bonus to targeting range. So we'll just drag this up here. Looks like we'll just bring it up to level 4, right? We'll just start really focusing on trying to eventually bring things up to level 4. So if we get that level 4, that's good enough for now. That improves that on every ship. Maximum velocity, right? So maximum velocity is actually increased by the skill navigation, right? Navigation, we got the navigation skill going up to level 4. So that improves that. And I think we looked at everything, right? So we looked at these ones. Engineering, pretty sure we looked at those two, right? Power grid management, CPU management, and attributes. So that's pretty much how you would go through your ship, try to figure out what type of skills do you need and what does it affect it, right? What does it do to affect it? And I think when we're like fitting the ship, yeah, this doesn't show any modified values by your stats or anything. It's just all right there. But here's what the end stats would be, right? The align time, 1.77 seconds. That's why the ship's so good. Plus the scan resolution, it's hard for people to lock onto you. Plus the ship warp speed is as fast as a frigate, as we'll find out later. So we can't actually equip anything on it though. It just has like 10 inventory space. So you guys, that was that then, right? Went through, looked through the frigates, got some core skills here. Looked to see the base stats that might improve stuff on all of our ships. Turns out all the shuttles were exactly the same for all of that stuff, right? So here's the skill tree. We got like 11 and a half days. So we just went through. We got shield operation 2 training. We can even like organize this by the time it's going to take, right? Usually we do that. We can do that. Start doing that. 1 day is 8 hours. And then just try to trade the skills that trade quicker to get like the level 3 skills, right? 1 day, 21 hours. We'll just drag it down to the bottom. 2 hours, 13 hours. So I'll go right there, right? 5 hours will go up here, maybe. 4 hours. They've got like 14, 13 hours. And then just organize it. Organize it by the time. Organize by the time it takes to trade them. 7 minutes. Of course, it's changed a little bit because of these. 8 minutes, 2 hours, 2 hours. It throws like 1 hour, 1 up here if you want. 7 hours, 1 day, 26 minutes. So it throws like 26 minutes skill up here if you want, right? Work towards the battle cruiser skill. Oh, we already have the cruiser level unlocked. Alright. If it's our cruiser 3, that's going to take like 18 hours, right? So we can throw that up there. We know that we want to be able to pilot the battle cruisers in the near future, right? Cruiser, that'll take like 18 hours. Just throw that out there, maybe. Then energy grid upgrades take like 4 hours, 51 minutes. There it goes right there, 4 hours, 23 minutes. Then we just have the battle cruiser skills here, right? So we can't actually drag these up until we learn this, right? Bit of a battle cruiser. Bit of a Caldari battle cruiser. So I wonder if we should do with those, right? Maybe get these done first. Get these done first. Just because they unlock different skills, right? So if we run into that, usually if we find like a requirement for a skill, right, we can't drag these up to the top. We'd usually just take the requirement skill, put it up to the top, And then this would allow us to move these skills up here, right? So normally we wouldn't be able to move it past Culinary Cruiser 3 because we need Culinary Cruiser 3. But if we just drag that up to the top, then we just drag these up here, and then we can just organize the rest of them by the time it takes. So there we go. We got everything organized by that now, right? 14:48 minutes, 15 hours. This takes 15 hours, 32 minutes, 7 minutes. So there we go. So now we got the next 11 days and a half here planned out. So we'll just trade Minotaur Cruiser 3, Caldera Cruiser 3, and then work on these skills, which usually takes less than an hour, then less than 3 hours, then less than 5 hours, and then 5 hours, then 8 hours, and then just a couple of 15-hour skills, and then just something that takes a little bit over a day, something that takes a little bit under 2 days to train. So there we go. So those would be all the skills, except for this one. This just unlocks the battle cruiser that we want to get unlocked. So when we actually get to them, we'll be able to fly them, right? So we got that fit out. So we got 4 different ships. We don't have any weapons or modules or anything. We haven't looked at anything like that. The only thing we looked at was just the ship itself, right? You can't even fit anything on this ship. So we looked at the capsule. Looked at the capsule at this one. I think next one, we'll start looking at the Corvettes and start fitting them out with stuff. Try to figure out what we can do with them, right? So there we go. So that's everything about these ones, and maybe what skills might be able to help them.